they don't want Patrick Mahomes to go to the Super Bowl again
Why?
because then it's like you got another Tom Brady, right? Remember Tom Brady used to go to the Super Bowl all the time. I think he been 10 times, won 7, right?
So they just don't want him to win, so they're being haters.
Well, welcome back to the show. This is Rick and Rye.
I'm Rick, that's Raya.
I'm Rick.
I said about it. I said, I'm Rick, that's
Right.
Raya.
You supposed to say, I was supposed to say, I'm Rick, that's right. That's what we added. Hey, I like that, though.
That's funny.
Yeah. Welcome back to the show. I'm Rick, that's Raya. What you supposed to
Why
say?
not
I'm supposed to
Raya
say,
and Rick?
what I'm supposed to say? I'm Rick, and then you supposed to say, I'm Raya.
No, that's dumb. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I don't. Why did I sound like that? That's how I sound.
I'm Raya. I'm Raya. That's exactly how you sound. Yeah.
How did they know I'm not Rick and you're Raya?
That's just weird if it's like that. Then. And like,
How's that weird?
What this dude's name is? Rael or something?
Raya? There's guys named Moriah. You never watched Baldwin Hills? His name was Moriah,
I
remember?
watched that.
The dude's name, his name was Moriah.
Yeah, that's rough to have.
So it could be, I'm Rick, you're Raya.
Then what your name would be? What, Ricardo?
Rika? It could be Rika.
Rika? You want your name to be Rika?
Rick is
Rika.
Rick. I don't know.
What else?
Ricarda.
It's probably somebody named that we just left. Wow. All right, so we gonna jump into this this show right here. I think one of the big topics that we got coming up is Super Bowl, and I want to teach my wife why the Super Bowl is so important, right? Especially
But I didn't say it was not important.
Well, yeah, you didn't say it wasn't important, but like the magnitude of it of NFL sports is like huge, and.
But I think the importance levels are different because I think it's important, but for a different reason that you might think it's important.
You think it from halftime show and like.
So my importance.
Usher doing the.
Yeah, my important. That's Omarion. That is Omarion, sir. So it's not.
Damn. 7 o'clock on the dot.
That's
I'm
Usher.
in a drop top, cruising the streets. Dun, dun.
So, my importance would be the halftime shows.
Right.
Because last year, remember, it was Rihanna.
It was good old Riri.
That was wild because then she announced she was pregnant, and that was amazing, and it was the best thing in the world.
I mean, and I hate to say it like this, but like, it wasn't that great of a performance.
She was pregnant. What do you want her to do? Freaking splits? Like, she can't do that. She's pregnant.
I've seen her live as well.
But she's pregnant. She can't be bouncing all on the stage doing crazy stuff with her little belly.
I agree with that.
She had to,
make it work for what it was. But I'm saying I seen her live as well when I was in, ninth grade or something. Not ninth grade. It got to be
you see
senior.
her live?
It was a senior. She performed at Universal Studios at my...
when
they had what is it called? Senior night? Not senior night.
Homecoming. Not homecoming.
Yeah,
I know what you're
talking
about. What is it called,
man?
It's senior night.
Yeah, it's a word that they call it.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I remember
I
went
performed
to Universal. Was it Universal or Busch Gardens? And we went to perform there for that whatever night that was.
Right.
Senior night or something.
Yeah, and she performed there, and it wasn't that great. And ever since then, I was like.
She had just came out though? What did she do?
Right. She was brand new.
What song she did?
No, I'm saying the singing quality
wasn't. She couldn't really sing like that. She was just. I mean, she could sing, but remember, she was just starting, so she probably had no stage presence. She probably nervous.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I remember about Rihanna just performing.
But you don't remember what song she performed?
Nah, because I didn't even listen to it like that. Because I was like, man, this is just bad.
Did you even know who she was at the time?
I mean, nah, because she was just coming out and she wasn't that big, but she was named. People knew the song because people were singing with it. But it was for me, I was just man, it wasn't something that I was blown away by, something that to where that now I'm gonna follow your career and see what you're doing type of deal. It didn't really impress me at that time. So
right. Well, that's why it's important to me because I like watching the shows.
You like watching the halftime shows.
Yeah, I don't be knowing what's going on during the game.
That's why we're going to have a session where I start teaching. I'm going to teach these women about football. You know what I'm saying? While I'm teaching you.
Why is that an important thing for me to know?
It's important because any male figure that you may or may not run into and throughout your lifetime, they most likely watch the NFL, right? Depending on if they're outside of the United States, because people outside of the United States, and I got somebody that I work with, and he was telling me, and this was funny as hell, right? He was like, man, the reason why he don't watch football is because that it's called football and they rarely kick the ball. And I was like, you got a valid point there.
Well, because football is soccer.
Right. And that's where he's from. That's his background is soccer.
If you say football, they think it's soccer to other people. Cause
outside of the United States, right. And he was like, yeah. Y'all don't got no real football.
Why wouldn't they call it handball? You use your hands to throw it. That would make more sense, but I guess
it just don't click like football. Yeah. Football kind of rolls off.
But football already has a sport, so how could they steal it from soccer?
I mean, who knew who was here first though?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said. I wouldn't know. Do the research back on who was here first, but yeah, so it's important to know because you're gonna run across somebody that watch football. Well, no matter where you go. You could be at a sports bar. You can be shooting pool. You can be at the beach.
Okay.
You know, somebody watches sports and predominantly football. Okay. So it's important to know because then if you know the game, you can enjoy the game better. Right?
I still enjoy the game. I don't know nothing that's going on. I still enjoy it.
You don't know what's going on.
But I still enjoy it.
How you enjoy it? You don't know what's going on.
Because I just be waiting for the halftime show.
That's like watching the movies in Chinese.
I enjoy Chinese movies. I have to read the subtitles.
But with football, you don't have no subtitles now. So you just watching it and you like...
I'm just watching it. Just to watch.
That's what I'm trying to say. How is that enjoyable? So
just to watch the people playing, I guess.
But it would be more entertaining than just watching the game, though. It's like when you're watching with a group of people and it's somebody's team and then they just start going crazy. They're like, yo, let's go. Let's go. We got to go. Get down there.
I just know whenever I see you clap, you're doing too much.
I know, man. I'm shutting everything down up here.
Whenever I see you clap, then I clap. And I just be looking at you like anytime something happens, I'll be like,
so when I be like, let's go, you be like,
I'll be like, let's go.
Hey, that's a good tip.
And then when you be mad, I be like, damn, why they did that
shit? So you don't know what's going on.
I just be looking at you and just for confirmation, and then I just copy what you're doing.
Like, damn, dog. You like, damn, man.
Damn, why are we doing that shit?
So one of these days, I would just look back at you and be like, doing what?
And I'm just going to Google something real quick, and I'm just going to Google something to say.
So that's why it's important, because if you watching and you know what's going on, especially like last year when the Eagles played, right? Huge Eagles fan. So it was when they called that last penalty on the receiver and the cornerback pass interference, that was a huge call for the game. Magnitude, times 10, right? You don't know what I'm talking about right now. But, and that's why I say we're going to break it down one of these shows, but the Super Bowl is coming up, and everybody be watching the Super Bowl. So I think that just going forward, it's good to have like one episode. Ain't got to be multiple episodes to talk about the Super Bowl, but just one episode that talks about just the magnitude of it and making it to the Super Bowl, right? So the 4 finalists right now are the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
You know who played for the Kansas City Chiefs? Who?
What's his name? Mahomes.
Okay, my homie.
Yeah, Mahomes.
And who else?
I
know you know.
Travis Kelce.
Look. Why you know that? Yeah, I know. You see what I'm saying? That's all they care about.
I'm a Swiftie.
These pop fans and stuff like that.
That's the only reason why.
That's why you know about that, right? He should have You know somebody that played for the Eagles?
Yeah.
Who?
Hurts.
What's his first name? Why I tell you, man? You know more Chiefs than you know Eagles. Well, you might be a Chief fan. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, why can't I think of that? Hold on. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, okay. You know the quarterback.
And I know.
Who else you know?
I want to say something Smith.
Oh,
Devontae Smith. Devonta. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Devonta. You close. Smith. Close. All right.
And who else?
Who you know?
I think that's it.
Cause see now it's like you almost. It's like you embarrassed.
I remember I got you a jersey and last name is Cunningham, but I don't remember who the first name. What the first name? But I think that's a throwback, right?
Yeah, it's a throwback right there, man. Yeah.
You used to wear a lot of throwbacks.
Yeah, with your basketball though, not too many football throwbacks.
Oh yeah, I had
basketball throwbacks. Yeah, it was clean, man. Had that boy Tim Hardaway. Yeah, but this ain't a basketball episode.
Oh yeah.
So, see, she already want to switch sides already, bro.
I feel like I'm more entertained with basketball than football.
I don't know.
I guess because football, I really don't. I guess I don't know much about it to be entertained by it.
That's
why I like basketball more.
That's why I said we gotta explain it. You gotta explain.
So
you gotta have an episode about
my
football.
question to you is: out of how long have we been together? How many years?
Probably like 12. About 12?
Longer, probably longer than that.
Is it longer than that? 12, 13. Nah, about 13, maybe 13, 14 years.
So out of those 14 years, why are you now wanting to explain football to me? Is my question.
Because now it's like you gotta.
It wasn't important before.
You gotta know at some point in time. But see, you would watch the games, and I guess you was reacting and doing the things that I was doing the whole time.
Yeah, I just watch it and copy you.
So I'm thinking you know something, you know. When it's like you ain't know nothing.
I just look at you and everyone else.
You know what a first down is?
No.
What about how much points is a touchdown?
7.
No.
Oh, how many?
It's 6 points.
Oh, okay. I was close.
Yeah, but you get 7 because of you kick the extra point.
Okay.
Yeah, you can kick an extra point and get a field goal, or you can go for a 2-pointer. Yeah, that's that. You know, I mean, we're gonna explain all that, man. But we talking about the 4 finalists, right? So we got Baltimore Ravens, the Kansas City Chiefs. We have Detroit Lions and the 49ers, right? And by the time this episode come out, right, they probably gonna be down to the last 2, and we'll know who's going to the Super Bowl, and we'll see who about to fight it out. But so based on the overall football fans, right, they don't want Patrick Mahomes to go to the Super Bowl again.
Why?
Because then it's like you got another Tom Brady, right? Remember Tom Brady used to go to the Super Bowl all the time. I think he been 10 times, won 7, right?
So they just don't want him to win, so they're being haters then.
Nobody's being haters. It's just like you don't want to see the same team in the Super Bowl.
But if they're the best team, how can you hate on them for being the best team and not want them to win if they're the best team? I'm going to go every year to the Super Bowl if I'm that good.
Right.
How can you be mad at that?
I mean, I totally agree with you. I'm not hating on Patty Mahomes, Patty Melt to go ahead.
Patty Melt.
I mean, hey, my bad. He might watch this show. I mean, well, that's what we call him, Patty Melt. He from Texas. You know, Patty Melt is a Whataburger. Yeah, so it's kind of like Patty Melt, Patty Mahomes. Yeah, but like I said.
So why are people so upset? If they're one of the best teams in the league, how would you not expect to see them at the Super Bowl?
I think it's because if your team is not the Kansas City Chiefs, then you want your team to go. And
But
it's
if
like
your
you
team
hate.
is, but if your team is trash, how do you want your team to go to the Super Bowl?
See, you gonna have people hating on you, dog. Cause
But that doesn't make
You can't just
sense.
call people teams trash like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
If
One
you are
football
not-
logic,
if
101.
you
Don't
are
just
not-
call somebody team trash. Let them call their team trash first, and then you just agree with it. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah.
But if
right.
they're not going to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
then your team is not up to par. Then obviously,
I mean, not up to par. It's just like you got beat by somebody better.
by a better team
Yeah, you
who
just got beat,
who
dog.
deserves to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
So how can you be mad at that?
I mean, you can't be mad at that, but I would rather lose to the Super Bowl winner than to lose to somebody else that just lost in the playoffs again. So to get to the Super Bowl, right? They got 3 rounds of playoffs, right? You got the wild card round, then you got the secondary, and then you got the divisional championships, right? Divisional championships is what's being played this week
Okay.
versus those 4 teams.
So they got to play each other.
Yeah. So you got the NFC side and then the AFC
So
side.
who plays first?
AFC plays first,
Which is who?
and that's the Chiefs and the Ravens. So we'll know who's going to the Super Bowl pretty early out of those two.
So out of the Chiefs and the Ravens, who do you think is better? I ain't never heard nothing about the Ravens, so I feel like the Chiefs.
You ain't hear about L. Jack, Lamar Jackson.
I don't even know a Ravens fan.
You don't know Lamar
I
Jackson.
know several Chiefs fans.
Lamar Jackson is
I
from
don't
Florida
know anyone
too.
who's a Ravens fan.
Not only from Florida, he's from like Broward County.
Where is the Ravens from?
The Ravens? They
Yeah.
from Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
okay.
Baltimore Ravens.
Don't know anybody from.
You know Ray Lewis?
No.
Yeah, never mind.
But I know a lot of Chiefs fans, so I guess that would make. I would think that that's a better team because I know more people who. I don't hear anyone talk about the Ravens ever. So
You only hear people talk about the Chiefs because they're winning right now. I mean, but the Ravens had a better record than the Chiefs this year.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so Ravens playing at home in Baltimore.
So you think they're gonna
Patty
win,
Mahomes.
or you think?
I mean, I can't really just count Patty Mahomes out of there, right? I can't count him out because,
Who do you think has a better team right now?
I mean, the Ravens have a better team.
So you think they could win against them?
Yeah, I think they can win, but you can have a better team, but then you got Patrick Mahomes, right? So let me explain this to you real quick.
So he's carrying the team. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that absolutely correctly with 100% sureness that he's carrying that team, right?
Okay.
Right? Because it's a bunch
So
of.
if he got hurt,
Oh yeah, they done.
then they wouldn't make. They wouldn't
yeah.
have made it to the Super Bowl.
Hell no, he done. They done.
Okay.
It's over with, right?
Even with Travis Kelce.
They're done.
So it's like Batman and Robin.
It's
He's
more
Batman and Travis is Robin.
It's more like Superman, and then there's the Justice League. Like that's kind of like what it is. It's like he's the guy, guy, and then you got helpers.
Like he's Drake and they're Young Money.
I mean,
Or something
you
like
know what
that.
I'm saying? I mean, because you said it. Because I mean, Lil Wayne fans gonna be mad at you, but you said it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was on Young Money.
Yeah, but Lil Wayne
was
was
like
also
Drake.
like the label owner, and
But he was the owner. He wasn't really like, he was like a part of Young. Like he was the main one who created it. So I don't really count him as.
as in the group.
Yeah, he's not. He's made the group.
Yeah, you remember when he used to have Currency Hospital, Matt Main, and all them on there?
Yeah, but that
Lil Wayne.
wasn't Young Money. That was Squad
Gutter.
Up.
Gutter.
You remember Squad Up?
Yeah, but we're getting off
Oh.
topic. Right? But so Patty Mahomes is pretty much the Superman of that team, and then everybody else is the Justice League, right? Like you got helpers to defeat the enemy, and they got to go into Baltimore to try to beat Lamar Jackson, right?
So how many Supermans are on the Ravens?
I mean, let's just say who is Superman? Lamar Jackson is like Lex Luthor, right? That was Superman #1 nemesis, right? The only one that can trap him, and
Right.
and we just breaking this down to like DC comic book style, right? And that's who Lamar Jackson is. Lamar Jackson's like, hey, I can defeat.
But he's by
Superman.
himself too.
Yeah, what's crazy? What's crazy?
So
part
there's
about
no
it is,
other
like,
players on the Ravens that are the same as him, like playing at the same.
he's playing at the same level as Lamar. So I mean, well, Lamar and Patty Mahomes, they the quarterback. You know who the quarterback is?
No.
All right, we'll get into that. I gotta break down the whole football game.
I feel like you need to start from the
Yes,
beginning.
yeah,
How
but-
many people are on a team?
Yeah,
what
what type of questions you got? Let me hear the questions.
Okay,
you
I
have.
would say how many players are on a football team?
Okay,
How many players actually play? Because I know some of them don't even play, right?
right,
So then I would need to know how many players are actually on the field.
right.
Then what are the positions of all of the players?
Okay.
What do the little lines mean on the field when I see them on the TV? What does that mean? The little lines and the numbers. What
Right.
does that mean?
Right.
Um,
And it's probably real questions like people ask.
yeah.
Like real interesting things. So we got to put a whole football
I have a lot of
podcast together
questions.
and just like talk about like just the basics.
But I feel like
like-
it's so many questions that it's just overwhelming, and I just rather
So
just
you
not
gotta
even
take it,
ask because
like,
I don't
one
care
at a
that
time.
much.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's too much. I just
be
I
like-
just pretend.
So
Then it's like, okay, if I like a team and they're losing, is it okay for me not to like them no more and to pick another
come
team?
on, now. It don't go like that. Dog. It do not roll like that. Once you pick a team, you stick to that team.
How do I
what I'm
pick a
saying?
team though? How do I
Your
know
team
what
is
team
already
I need to
picked.
pick? No, but that was by default. That's your
Yeah,
team.
yeah, you don't
But what
have
if
a
I like
choice.
another team? What,
I
like,
mean,
do I have to like your team?
You have to like my team. You know
As
what
a
I'm
wife, do I have to go with your team?
You have to go
Or
with
can
my
I
team.
pick my own team?
You can't pick
And
your
if
own
so, how can I pick my own team?
You can't
What
pick
are the
your own
qualifications?
team. You cannot pick your own team. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
not?
If you're in a relationship, you got to roll with whatever team that cat got. You know what I'm saying? I don't care
How
if
is
it's
that
the
fair?
I don't care if it's the Chicago Bears and they've been losing
But
for
how
years.
is that fair that I have to be?
You joined the
I have to go with your team when I ain't even pick that.
Hey man, you made that decision. Only way it changes, it's the only way that it changed, right? The only way that it changes is if you come into the relationship already
With
liking
a team?
another team.
Oh, okay.
If you come into the relationship with another team,
right.
you good.
Well, what if I'm uneducated on the teams?
Then you
So how
gotta
can
roll
you
with
fault me
whatever.
for
Yeah,
that?
yeah, you gotta roll with whatever.
But now,
yeah.
if I'm learning about it,
you can't choose.
why
not to
can't-
choose. It's no way that you are allowed
is that
to change
true?
another team.
I want to know if that's true or not.
That is true. I mean, my opinion based, like I don't know what you cats doing, but my opinion based, you cannot allow her or him to change the team. If he come into the relationship, if I don't care if he come into the relationship and you like the Dolphins, then y'all a Dolphins household. If she come into the relationship and you like the Raiders, then y'all a Raiders household, man. Y'all don't do that, none of that.
So
I
I
be having
can't
these
pick
divided
another-
households and all that. Nah, yeah.
So what
nah,
if
don't
you
do
got
none of
an
that, dawg.
Eagles fan, right? And then the wife, she like the Cowboys.
Oh man.
How is that?
Hey, that's.
What does that do for the household?
I mean, during the
household relationship.
during the football season, y'all gonna always have conflicts. You know what I'm saying?
Always have
conflicts
Always
and
gonna be
problems.
fighting.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want no problems or
I feel like
nothing
competition
that. You know
is
what I'm saying?
fun, so I feel like that would be fun
Nah, you
to
don't want.
compete.
You don't want
your team.
to. Nah, I'm telling
But
you.
then I wouldn't know how to pick a team, so I would need help.
Your team is already picked. It's already
That's
chosen.
your
You keep
team.
saying you need a bigger team. Your team is already
I want
chosen.
my own team.
You know what I'm saying? You already on a Super Bowl winning team. You know what I'm saying? You could have been I could have been a Detroit Lions that ain't never been to the Super Bowl.
Detroit. Okay, because I have some people at work, they're Lions fans. I'm like, where the hell are the Lions
Right,
from?
right. Nah,
They're
they
from Detroit.
Yeah, they Detroit Lions.
But like people here in Texas, like it's so different. Like
yeah.
they be so confused as to why you don't like the Cowboys. They be like, you're from Texas, you don't like the Cowboys? And like it's like they look at you like you're a freaking alien if you don't like the Cowboys and you live here.
I mean,
Because I'm like, why do you
see,
have to like the Cowboys if
nah.
you live in Texas?
Nah, that's because people are brainwashed, right?
Because at work,
Everywhere in the world, there's a Cowboys fan for some odd reason.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm saying like here, if you live in Texas, they expect you to be like you have to be a Cowboys fan if you live here.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
And they look at you crazy if you don't, cause like they'll say like when I'm at work and I was wearing my Eagles shirts and stuff, they're like, "You like the Eagles? Like, ain't you from here?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not from here. Like I've lived here for a few years, but I'm not from here." And they're like, "You're from Philly?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Well, why you like the Eagles?" And I'm like, "I don't know. My husband likes the Eagles." They're
That's
like,
all that
"Oh,
matters.
he's from Philly?" No. So why he like the Eagles? Why y'all don't like the Cowboys? I'm like, I don't know. You're asking me too many questions, sir.
Nah, we ain't doing no Cowboys, man. Sorry.
But then I guess they expect you to like whatever team where you're from, because they always ask like, "Oh, y'all from Philly?" No.
Yeah,
So why y'all like the Philadelphia Eagles?
I mean, you don't have to like the team where you from.
But I'm
guess,
saying,
but I know,
is that like
that's
thing?
a thing. That's a thing. Like people are like,
so that is a thing.
Yeah,
like,
it is a thing.
If you're supposed to like the team where you're from,
based on how people feel. Yes, you're supposed to be a homer. That's what they call it, a homer.
Okay.
You're supposed to like all the teams in your city, state, or whatever the case may be, and be a homer. So. But I'm not a homer.
You was born in the Bahamas. They don't got no
Bahamian
team.
I get the freelance, bro. I get to choose whatever
you would have
team
to pick
that
the
I want.
closest, which that would be the Dolphins.
I don't have to pick the closest. I get to choose.
Be the Dolphins
the Bahamas. The Bahamas is full with Steelers and Cowboy fans. There's no Dolphin fans over there.
Where would they know anything about the Cowboys? Or like, where did they get that info?
I mean, because it's just national, man. They was winning in the '90s, and everybody feel like.
Is that why they call them Why do they call them the America's team?
That's because that's what they made up. That's Jerry Jones' slogan. They made that. They made it to be America's team. So now people walking around. No, we America's team. yeah. We number one. Man, y'all don't sit y'all ass down somewhere.
So since I was born in New Jersey, who would be my team then?
New Jersey, you got the Buffalo Bills, who just lost to Patty Mahomes, who I was gonna get into, but he just lost.
So if I were to go with that rule, that would be my team.
I mean, that'd be like the closest team to you, I believe, because I think they play in New Jersey. You got, and some people. So
there's no New Jersey teams.
Nah.
Oh, so it's New York would be the closest.
Jets. Which
the New York Jets.
Shout out to Gary V on that one, but I could never be a Jets fan.
Jets or the Giants? Is it Giants? Are they New York too?
New York Giants. Yeah, you can either be the Jets or the Giants, and like I say, I would choose if I didn't have a team. Out of the three, I would probably choose the Bills. I'm not choosing no Jets. Definitely not choosing no Giants.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so
that would be my team, I guess.
Yeah, nah, you don't want no, what you call it, man. But back to the four finalists, right? Detroit Lions. So Detroit Lions never even made it to the Super Bowl before.
Oh, it's their first time.
Well, they ain't going yet. They got to win. They got to beat the 49ers.
But I mean, they got, what is this, the finals? They got to the final. Have they been in the finals before?
I don't even think they've been to a conference final. So
ever?
I want to say ever. I don't think they've been ever to the conference final. Or maybe once.
So this should be a win for them anyways, though, since they got this far.
I mean, hopefully. I would love to see Detroit
look at it that way.
But you know they say the Super Bowl is rigged, right?
I believe that.
Right. But did you see how they say it's rigged? They said that every year, the Super Bowl, they announce the colors of the Super Bowl logo. Mm-hmm. And then whoever those colors are, will go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that, right?
That, yeah.
And last year, it was kind of like this greenish and red.
It was green and red, yeah.
And it was
green for the Eagles.
And red for the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
So this
what's this year's colors on the logo?
Purple and red.
Oh, so that's... Who's purple? Ravens?
Ravens is purple.
And who's red?
49ers.
Isn't the Chiefs red, too?
Chiefs is red, but they play on the same side, so they can't.
Oh, okay.
So the Chiefs can't.
But Ravens for sure.
Ravens is purple.
Okay.
And then, like I said, the top of the logo is red, so they saying that who's going to the Super Bowl is the Ravens and the
Chiefs.
No, Ravens and the 49ers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
So if that comes true, then everybody will know that the NFL is rigged, and I think that might hurt the NFL ratings next year.
I don't think it will.
You don't think so? Because now it's finally out in the open. Like people are
I
trying
mean, I
to
feel
catch
like it's
on.
been out though.
Yeah,
like
but it wasn't like advertised
like
the
the
way that it
myths.
is now.
People.
Yeah, it was like a myth,
Yeah.
but now it's like more like advertised. Like people are like posting it and talking about it every year. They even did like a
Because they said that last year about that logo last year.
Right. And the Eagles and the Chiefs end up going. So this year, I'm like, if the Ravens and the 49ers go, then NFL, we got you.
I mean, I feel like
we got you. We on
you
y'all
don't
bubble.
think that it's rigged? You never thought
yeah,
it was rigged?
I mean, I know it's
believe
rigged.
that
sure.
for a long
All
time.
sports. I think basketball
I
too.
feel like because it's so big and there's like
a lot of money to be
big
made.
people behind them, and a lot of people are investing money. It's like it has to be rigged. Like,
Nah.
I don't think it's.
It's all about ratings. You got to ask yourself, like, who do you want to see? Like, who's going to get the ratings, right? Who do you want to see?
Yeah.
And even though a lot of people say they want to see the Chiefs and, the 49ers, a rematch or whatever the case may be, which could happen. Not saying that it can't happen, but the Ravens and the 49ers, which is also a rematch, right? But me as a fanning for the NFL, I would want to see the Ravens in Detroit. Detroit ain't never been there. Right. I want somebody to go that ain't been there. I'm always rooting for the team that,
So you're rooting for the underdogs.
Yeah. I ain't saying they're going to win.
People like to see that, though. Like,
yeah. People
like
definitely want to see the underdogs come up and win. City of Detroit, man. They ain't.
That'd be crazy.
Just think about it. The Pistons ain't going to ever win nothing.
Why?
Detroit Pistons?
They suck?
Oh, man. Detroit Pistons been bad for a while, man. They ain't. Don't nobody want to go to Detroit, I guess, man. You don't want to move to Detroit. So it's rough. So out of the 4 teams, what do you think would be interesting for you to view as a viewer? As somebody that doesn't know much football, well, who would you want to see in the Super Bowl?
I would say the Chiefs.
Okay.
Just because I want to see if Taylor Swift goes to the Super Bowl.
We know she gonna go. If he goes, then she knows they already got her ticket.
And I want to see. Let's see. I don't know the other team, so I wouldn't know what I want to go.
Yeah, the 49ers in Detroit. You gotta choose.
I don't know.
You
I don't know anything about any of them.
Okay, so it wouldn't matter on that side.
Yeah,
you just want to see the Chiefs in there.
Yeah, just because I know the because I know the team.
I tell you, man. So on the biggest stage, right? NFL is considered the biggest stage, and like I said, the best go to the NFL, and most people, the regular common viewers, view it for the halftime show and commercials and stuff like that.
I feel like it's the halftime show, and like it's a concert, and then they're just playing in the background. That's what I feel. So I feel like it's not the Super Bowl. I feel like it's a halftime show and then football.
That's crazy. So halftime show is number 1 for you.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main thing, and then it's like, oh yeah, who's winning?
Right. So who would you want to see as a halftime performance if they had for like next year or something? I know they got Usher this year.
Usher, I think they did a good job picking Usher this year.
Yeah,
what do you think? Do you think that was a good pick?
Yeah.
Do you think that was a good pick?
That's my answer. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Why? I think because he got a lot of music that people know from all walks of life, but also all age groups. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the younger age group that'll be watching the game should know some of his hit songs because they still play them on the radio. The millennials and the Gen Zs, they should know a couple of his songs. And then, like, the older folks, like the boomers who really watched the game, should also know some of his songs. So I think they got some people that just, I think I want to say
Isn't that
80s.
Younger? That's 80s?
Like begin either 80s or 70s. 70s, I think. It's like boomers. Got to look at it again.
Oh, I thought that was like younger people.
Nah, Gen Z.
Are we millennials?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Millennials, then it's Gen Z on us, and then it's
So Elijah's Gen
Alpha
Z.
or something
So our
like
kids
that.
are Gen Z.
They would be or Alpha or something like that. Gen Alpha, something like that, man. Hey, man, don't get me into a line like that.
Freaking
Man.
a rabbit hole.
Start talking about who is what and where, but
I
Usher,
think they did.
like
I think they did a great job picking Usher because Usher had a great year last year. Like he had a really good year. You know, he did his Vegas residency, so he's been performing in Vegas for like 2 years now.
Right.
And
but you know, people
he's been going crazy.
People say they go to Vegas to perform to like die off. Like you don't go to Vegas to like, yeah, because like remember Boyz II Men was doing Vegas.
I don't remember that.
Well, somebody else was out there and they were saying like, and they kind of did, I think an interview or a show about, you know, you kind of come to Vegas to like kind of die off, like you get all the shows.
Yeah, but he hasn't died off.
I ain't say that for him, for Usher, but I'm just saying like that's kind of like how they look at it.
Oh, I never heard that.
And
but he's dropped so much new music. Like he's just doing a whole bunch. Like he had a really great year. So I'm not surprised.
This year or last year.
You got a lot of music with
Last thing I heard
Summer
from
Walker,
Usher was like
just
moving mountains.
That's old. And remember I told you he got the song with I think he was on 2 Chainz album. He was on, I forgot the other ones I told you about, but he got a lot of music out. And I think they did a great job. I think he'll have a good ass show. But I mean he has a lot of other music, like a lot of classics that it's gonna be real good.
I think it's gonna be good. I think he's gonna perform a lot of his old joints, but he got a lot of hits, so it's like it don't even matter.
Do you think he's gonna bring anyone out?
Do I think so?
Wait, where is it gonna be at? Where's the Super Bowl
it's gonna
at?
be in Vegas. So it's gonna be in Vegas, and he already in Vegas because he do his Vegas show. So it's gonna be it's gonna be crazy out there.
So who do you think he's gonna bring out?
In Vegas, I know people like to bring out. I think it would be cool if Detroit goes. It would be cool to bring out like Eminem and like some of Detroit folks.
But Eminem was there, wasn't he there?
I know he's there like
not last
2 years ago.
When the Weeknd performed, right?
Yeah, did he bring out Eminem or no?
I think the
Weeknd had one and then Eminem had his own.
It was the Weeknd. I mean, sorry, it was Eminem, Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I think it was Dr. Dre's show.
Oh, okay.
And then Dr. Dre brought out.
Oh, yeah, and then he brought. Okay, it's like an aftermath thing.
Right. Yeah, so.
Dang, so I don't know who he would bring out.
But if Detroit go, I would.
Because he don't got no songs with Eminem.
I know he don't got no songs with Eminem, but it's like it would be good for the community if Detroit went that you bring out Eminem like that.
Yeah, but to do what song? We have no music together. What are we gonna sing?
Y'all better record.
What the hell? You gonna sing?
Record something this week. Get something going. I mean, who has a name that people really will be like?
And Clarence's parents have a real great marriage. Your Pac, he's Pac.
One, he's Pac, no Pac, none. Yeah.
Is that what he gonna do?
Come out there and drop
now everybody from the 313.
Put your hands up, follow me. Hey, everybody from the 313. Nah, that'd be dope though. I ain't gonna lie.
If he does that,
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
That'd be like the best thing I've ever seen
in life.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
And he bring out Anthony Mackie, Papa Doc.
You know what I'm saying? Boy, come out and fly around the arena in his Avengers suit.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be dope.
But yeah, I don't think Usher would bring out Eminem because they don't got no songs together.
I don't know who would be.
I'm trying to think the people he has. I mean, he has songs with a lot of people, but I feel like his main song.
Yeah. A lot of his main songs is like what you call it.
He had who's on that? Ludacris.
Yeah,
Lil Jon.
Yeah, but I don't think they're coming out, man.
Probably not.
Cause I'm thinking about like all his real hit songs, like they was kind of like solo though. Like a lot of his hit
other
songs,
than that one.
Yeah, other than that one, and then I'm just trying to think like who he had on his songs that he would bring out that was like real impactful. Mm-hmm. You know, like
I don't know.
Cause a lot of his hit songs, he ain't need nobody.
He got songs with Beyonce.
Beyonce ain't coming out, dog.
I would like to see Beyonce again. She had a great halftime show.
You'll never see that again, bro. Beyonce ain't coming out though.
Why not?
I mean,
When she
it
brought
ain't
out
worth
Destiny's Child, oh my God, that was great.
it. It ain't worth it for her to come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it ain't. I mean, that'll be a good show, but it ain't worth it for it to come out.
I would want to see Ja Rule and Ashanti do a murder.
Hell no.
Do a Murder Inc. rollout.
Hell no, man.
Why not?
Nobody wants to see that, bro. It's murder. No, nobody.
I want to see that.
Hell nah, man. Stop it, man. Stop it, bro. Nah, you know who would do a good show? I think Missy Elliott would do a good show.
Oh, Missy would do a good show.
Yeah, I would want to see something like that, man. But you know, they've been doing a lot of hip hop and R&B lately, man. They gonna switch it up.
Let me see. Who else would I want to see?
Punk rock
The
or
Weeknd
something like
did
that.
good, but I'm trying to think who else.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who Usher bring out though.
I would want to see Lil Wayne do the halftime.
Lil Wayne,
He
Weezy
got-
F.
Yes,
He
but
got
like
too
all
many
his
songs.
old stuff, not none of his new crazy
He
stuff.
got too many songs.
I want to hear like
halftime
from,
show. It had to be an hour and a half.
I want to hear from like the Carter on up.
Let's make it rain in it.
Yeah, like with Fat
Let's
Joe,
make it rain.
have him
Lean
bring
back,
Fat
lean
Joe
back.
out.
Make it rain in it. Yeah, like I mean, he got too much music. It'll be way too long. And then
But I feel like if he picks the main like classic songs, it'll be the best thing ever.
I mean, but it's so much variety though. Like he has like
There's so much.
it just be way too much.
He don't even. I'm pretty sure he don't even be remembering half the songs that he.
Nah,
be
he said
doing,
they
right?
had to tell him. They had to
Yeah,
print
he
it
said
out
he
for
got to
him.
print out his lyrics.
Yeah. I mean, with that much music, hey man, I don't know. Radio like that was out there, like that's crazy. Like I wouldn't even know. Like now, if something like that happened, I'd probably be more interested in the halftime show than the game. You know, Lil Wayne come out because then I'm like, all right, I want to see what all he performed and what all he put together.
Has Drake performed for the halftime show?
Nah, Drizzy.
How come they never had Drake?
Drizzy, the Drake's the dog.
You think that's too below him? Like he's
probably
like,
feel
man, I
like
ain't
that.
doing this shit.
Yeah, he probably feel like after Jay-Z turned it down, you know, a lot of these cats are like, well,
Jay-Z turned it down.
If Jay-Z turned it down, then I ain't doing
Why
it
Jay-Z
either.
turned it down?
You know, I don't know why he turned it down, but he did turn it down though. He didn't want to do it
Because he had other shit to do, or like
because he's
he was like,
Jay-Z,
man, I
man.
don't
He
need
like
this
I'm
shit.
worth a Billy. Like why do I?
so
need
they
to-
didn't want to pay him.
Why do I? It's free. You know the Super. I mean the halftime show. Like they don't get paid to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah. Why would he want to do it? What
That's
he
what I'm
need to do it
like
for?
it's like why would I need it?
I feel like you need to do it when you're like promoting an album or
Right.
something. So
You
is
know what I wanna
Usher about
see?
to drop an album?
Well, he had a lot of music last year, so that's probably why. But I would want to see Kanye, Yeezy, but I know they ain't gonna let Yeezy do anything live publicly, probably ever. You know what I'm saying? And he could bring out the gospel tour too.
Nah, that boy
you know what I'm
be
saying?
wild. They not gonna lie.
Yeah,
They
they
gonna be
gonna
like,
allow
nah,
that
we
because
can't.
we don't know what he gonna say. You know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
be like George Bush hates black people. That boy he gonna say something outrageous.
Right. We ain't gonna never let him know, man. I mean, they really don't know what he would
I
say.
would love to see Kanye though do the halftime show.
But they don't know.
But
what
it's
he gonna
like
say.
he's like, what would he want to do it for?
to say
what?
something
It
to
ain't gonna
uproot
benefit
the
him.
world. That's what he wanted.
But
to do.
he do that anyways.
Yeah, that's what I say. So he
On
do
his
it
own
on
time.
national TV. He like,
I guess.
man, George Bush is the best president. Vote George Bush, and then drop the mic. Yeah, you probably do something like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? And then that is sending the world into uproar, and then so that's rough, man. But that's some good people, man. That
Now I feel like he would probably bring North out and do her little song, and that shit would just go crazy.
yeah, she a little rapper now.
Yeah. That song is kind of hard though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was listening to it, I was like,
Nah, dog.
"It's your bestie, Miss Westie." That shit was good.
Nah, bro. Hey, it sounds like the rap game now gonna start being like with these kids and stuff like that. Drake got his son rapping, Northwest rapping, and then there's his other cat. What's the rapper name? I forgot. He got a son too that's rapping. Doing a lot of drill music too. It's crazy. I'm like, I forgot his name. Finesse 2 Times. I think his son is rapping. and I forgot his son's name, but yeah, that boy out there doing all the drill music at like 10 years old or whatever. I'm like, that boy, they grooming that boy to be a killer already. God damn.
Killer.
Yeah, man. But now I look forward to the Super Bowl and, watching the game and watching the commercials and watching the
Oh
halftime
yeah, that's
show.
another part that
know.
I like is the commercials. They be funny as hell.
Yeah. I think they kind of dialing down now because I guess people are starting to realize like $5 million, $10 million for one commercial slot ain't really worth that much. You know what I'm saying?
So like people are not wanting to pay.
Yeah, not that type
slot.
of money for the slot. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember you used to see like the Budweisers and
I always see Doritos, the Doritos commercials.
Doritos come out
big.
like I think Doritos still going. Cause I remember at one point Pepsi like sponsored like the halftime show. It went to Apple Music now, but it was the Pepsi halftime show, and so they probably had like all that. Cause think about it, like that right there is good commercials for the show because it's like, hey, if I'm out of chips right now and it's halftime and I see a commercial,
Like, damn, I need some chips.
yeah, right.
Damn, I need some Doritos.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of in line. Or beer commercials and stuff like that. It's kind of in line with it. But like when you're doing like insurance and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about that.
I ain't able to
I need insurance right now.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't able to go get no damn insurance right now, man. I'm watching the game. I'm drinking those stuff. So yeah, it's the commercials. And that's why I think like people are kind of like moving away from it. Like if you got something that's in line with the game, I think it'll probably do well. But if it's like anything else, it's kind of like a little rough because it's like that's a lot of money to spend even to get these type of viewers and stuff like that. And, $5 million on ads, that's a lot of money, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? $1 million, anything is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of money. But, yeah, so that's one of the things, definitely the game.
But I don't understand, like, okay, if it costs that much, I have to be a big company that's already making that much money.
Right.
So I would understand if Pepsi or Frito-Lay was doing that because it's like they can afford a $5 million spot. But then why would they want to pay for that when they're one of the biggest companies in the world? Why would I need that type of advertising when I'm on the TV anyways, advertising everywhere else?
Yeah, that's true.
Cheaper, like everybody knows who Frito-Lay is, so why do I need to pay $5 million for people to see me if I'm already making millions of dollars?
Right. Without it, that's like
I would think that would be a spot for unknown companies, but then they ain't got that type of money, so it's like
you only can sell it to the big companies, and then the big
which
companies
they already have advertising, and everyone already knows them. So I feel like the only reason why I would want to be on there is if people don't know me, and I know billions of people are going to be watching the Super Bowl, and this is how I'm going to be seen.
Right.
But those companies can't afford that, so.
Yeah, nah. Man, we ain't got enough money.
So that's kind of weird that
a minute ad. Yeah, we ain't
big
got
companies would pay for that when they're already known and they're already
brand
big.
Awareness. That's kind of what they just doing. They like, man, well, we gonna.
Because everybody knows who Budweiser is, so why would I need to pay $5 million for a commercial when I already have a shitload of commercials everywhere and I'm a known brand?
That's true.
I don't know.
Blow it up.
I don't understand that.
Keep it going. It's like, hey man, let me drop $5 million on this ad, and we get $5 million in beer sales after it. Like people going right to the. But I'm like, that's what I'm not like. Nobody's leaving their house during the Super Bowl.
No one's gonna
like,
leave. Shit, they going DoorDash.
Right.
Uber Eats.
It's the gigsters that's out, man. The Uber Eats, the DoorDashes, the.
Now, if Uber had a ad, that would make sense because.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
I feel like they're a big company, but not as big as freaking Pepsi or things like that.
Right.
So I feel like that would help them to have an ad like that, like Uber or DoorDash.
Right, Uber something.
That's what I would think.
Uber something to the house now.
Yeah, that would be like, oh yeah, that's right. Let's get some beer, more beer and chips.
Right.
Get on DoorDash.
Yeah. Pick it up, bring it over. Okay. Yeah. So that's.
I wonder if they had a commercial last year.
Uber,
DoorDash, or Uber Eats.
I want to say Uber did, but I ain't too sure. Because I know they've been running a lot of beer ads.
I know it was Doritos. Yeah. What else? What other ads were there?
That's all I can really tell you, man. There ain't too many ads. I mean, it ain't too many ads that I remember, after a week of the Super Bowl. So I remember it that week, and then after that week, it's like, well.
It's gone.
It's gone from my memory, man. So I just move on. And then, but
So what do you think is important? Like, okay, so this Super Bowl is important.
yeah,
Right.
that's
Okay, so it's a important event happening, right?
right.
So is this something I need to go out to watch, or can I watch it at home?
I think I've tried both, and I think more like at home is better to watch the Super Bowl because you can go out depending on who you are as a person. Though some people like to go out and they like to watch it, but I think you could get a better experience if you like at the crib and you watching it with people, and then like you can act how you want to act,
Right,
especially if
right.
like your team is going. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But if it's just like, so I say two things, right? If your team is going, then do a Super Bowl party at the crib or go to somebody else's crib and do a Super Bowl party, that type of deal.
So Super Bowl party is a thing. Like when Super Bowl, like we have to have a party. Super Bowl party.
That's a real thing. Like Super Bowl parties is a real thing. Like for real. Like that's a real thing. Like, yeah. But you do it if it's like your team going, and then if your team isn't going, then I feel like you can go out. You feel what I'm saying? You can go out to watch it and enjoy yourself, because then it's like you don't really care who win. You just watching to view the game, right?
Yeah.
Because you like the sport. So, or you want to watch the halftime in your case.
Because I remember we went out last year,
which was like the worst place to go for a Super Bowl event. It was a nice vibe area, but
I feel like it was a more
what I wanted
upper class vibe.
Right, yeah. It wasn't like where I can.
It was a
throw
more
my chips up in the
sophisticated.
air.
It wasn't like that.
They
It
would've
was
kicked me
more
out.
sophisticated environment.
They would have put
and it
my
was
ass
really
out of there.
nice, but
Yeah, it was a nice spot, but it just
I feel like it wasn't sporty.
Right.
Like how they advertise it to be.
Yeah, I think they wanted it to be that way based on the setup,
But it was kind of like in the football, in the arena, they have the regular seats and then they have like the
upper
suites.
class, suite. Like that's
That was like
what
a
it is.
sweet vibe,
It
yeah.
was like a suite where everybody's quiet.
Everyone's sitting
and
down,
reading
quiet.
books. You reading books while the game is going on.
And then the people in the stands fucking yelling and fighting and shit, and throwing shit.
People up there checking their stocks and stuff
so
like
there
that.
that was like a sweets vibe right there.
Right. That wasn't I want to be in the.
You want to be in the stands throwing popcorn and shit at
fight, especially last year. I wanted to be in the fans fight. We tried to even look up Super Bowl tickets. I think it was like 5,000, $5K a ticket.
Yeah.
To get out that way, man. And that was like nosebleed seats, man. So if anybody out there that got Super Bowl tickets, that run across this show, man, hit your boy up, man. Hit your boy, let your boy know, especially if the Eagles going.
So this year, you want to go out to watch or you want to watch it at home?
This year it could be either or, because I ain't really, like I said, I ain't really rooting for none of these boys like that, man. Whoever make it, kind of make it, and if I'm just rooting for a good game, I don't want to see no blowout. You know what a blowout is?
No. Well, like if they get a really high score and then the other person only gets like 1 point.
Like there you go. That's good. That's good terminology. You getting there. You getting there. You getting there. Yeah, so definitely don't want to see no blowouts or anything like that. And just rooting for an overall good game. So if your team is going, man, congratulations. Hopefully y'all win and y'all, celebrate. I think it's an important venue. And the reason why I say I think it's important before we pass this subject is that Super Bowl kind of brings people together and, bring friends together, bring families together, bring people the opportunity to share, a moment with each other.
Unless they are on different teams.
Even if they on different teams, you kind of be at odds, but you can sit there and watch it with like your people and stuff like that.
Right.
And I don't think no other sport does that the way that the Super Bowl does it, right?
So you think we should do a episode during the Super Bowl?
During the Super Bowl at that time, like we got people over here.
Yeah, and we just do an episode.
We'll just have to figure out. I wouldn't want to do it because I'm gonna want to watch the game, and I can't really like.
Well, like on the commercials, in the commercial breaks.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of
kinda hard.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do because then it's like, hey, I got to get everybody on there.
So what if we do a pre pre-episode before the game starts, and then after episode. So it'll be like one episode. Like 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after, and then that would be one episode.
Yeah, you can do something like that, and then kind of like showcase it like that. I think that'll be good. Get some of these cats on here, man. Probably wild, man. You know what I'm saying? You boys can't trust these boys, man. You could probably do something like before everybody like get their pick or whatever the case may be, and then after, you see who won. Have everybody predict the score and stuff like that, and then after you can go back through and be like, okay, well, who scored was closest and stuff like that, and just what they like, commercials and stuff like that. I think that'll be good. Yeah, that'd be a good look. Probably set something, man. Matter of fact, y'all let us know if that's something y'all want to see. 2 weeks out. Yeah. I know we got a divisional round this week, but. See who win after this one, and then from there we'll go directly into Super Bowl mode. And
so even if your team didn't make it to the playoffs and is not going to the Super Bowl, can you still wear your team gear?
Oh yeah, you can wear your team gear all year round. Okay. I just didn't want to publicly wear it today. I know you asked me. You asked me if we gonna put on Eagles jerseys and stuff today, and I was just like, nah, man, them boys going through too much turmoil right now, man. I can't bleed green. I bleed green all the time, but I can't.
But not today.
Yeah, just not today right now, man. Not leading up to the Super Bowl.
So on Super Bowl day, should we wear it, or should we wear one of the teams that are playing?
Nah, I always wear my own gear. Okay. I can't switch sides on them cats, bro. Like, nah, man, I can't. Now, if it's a sport that I don't really watch like that and I don't got a team, then I'll wear like another team or something like that. But like I said, let's give you that one event that you can spend some time with your friends, family, loved ones, and all that. So that's why. Because if you look at any other sport like basketball, it's over 7 games. Like, you ain't going to be able to go somewhere. 7, you know what I'm saying? If it is 7 games, or I don't even know how soccer playoffs even work.
I don't either.
So I ain't
anything about soccer.
That, but one of the other sports, baseball, you can watch the World Series, but that's also a 7-game stretch. Or is it 5? I think it is 7-game baseball. So, so you can watch that. Like that, and then also the only other sport is what I said: basketball, baseball.
What about tennis?
And then tennis. Ah, man, ain't nobody watching the Wembley
golf?
Open.
What about golf?
Golf. Nah, ain't nobody watching no golf like that, man. I mean, the older folks are watching golf, but they just got to start doing things to get people into to viewership up, right? You got to start. I don't want to say you got to start catering to like the new demographics, but it's like tennis and golf is slow. Just as baseball is a slow watch. You gotta like watch that.
I feel like I can't watch it on TV. Like I cannot watch baseball on TV. That's just boring as hell. But like if I'm at the game, like it's actually fun. It's very entertaining. Right. Like live in front of you.
Exactly, because that's like.
And
then
the people who be streaking and shit throughout the game, running across the field.
Stuff like getting tackled.
Yeah.
Like that boy ran across the field when we was at the
at
Texans.
the was Arlington.
Not Texans. Well,
the Arlington Stadium.
I'm talking about a football team, Texans. Rangers.
The Rangers game,
The Rangers game. That boy started running across the field. They tackled him. He almost made it though.
He almost did.
He almost made it. He could get over the.
And people was cheering for him and shit.
yeah. He couldn't get over the. He couldn't get over the wall. Yeah, and they tackled that boy. Beat that boy up. Got that boy out of there, man.
I wonder, like, what's the purpose of that?
I don't know. Like, they have like prop bets on that though, right?
Like if there's gonna be a person to do that.
Yeah, so it's
every
like
game?
literally like one dude I think won
just
like,
for baseball or like any
game, right? So they had this one guy, he had a story. So I got 2 stories, right? So one of them, this one guy, he put a parlay in for somebody to streak across the field at the Super Bowl, and if somebody did, he would have won $360,000, right?
What?
You know what I'm saying? So guess what? This cat was at the game, right?
So what if he bet and then he just ran across?
That's what he did.
Yeah. No way.
Yes. He went to jail. He went to jail, like, the stadium jail. And he won the money. Because he was the one.
But wasn't that his own money? I don't understand.
He
so
went
how
to
much
a
did
site.
he put up?
I forgot how much he put up, but he went to a site to where, like,
So if I put down, like, okay, I'm going to bet $1,000 that
someone's
going to run across the field. And so other people are going to bet also. And so whoever wins, what if other people also said, yeah, I believe someone's going to do it?
Nah, so y'all all
So
win.
split it?
It's the odd. No, it's the odds of it is like, because you putting it on.
So everyone gets $300,000?
It depends on how much money you put on there.
Okay.
If let's just say I put 10,000 on there, and like the payout is like, whatever it is, like 36,000, right? I mean 36,001, whatever it is, like that. And basically, that money right there, or 10-1, or let me put it in simple numbers, like, so if I put $100 and it's 10-1, and somebody run across the field, that means I'm gonna win $1,000.
Okay.
Right. So I put down my 100, but you might have 10-1, and you put down 1,000.
Right.
So you'll win 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? So somebody might put 10-1 down with 100,000, and they'll win $1 million. So if you add the game and you put down $100,000 that somebody gonna streak across the field, and they gotta make it a certain place. You know what I'm saying? For you to win it.
So he did it himself.
Right.
Shit, I'll do it too.
That's what I'm saying.
I just bail myself out. I just won $300,000. I'll bail myself out and go.
Exactly.
Get my winnings.
That's exactly what ended up happening. And then there was this. There was another story about this chick. She was like, I don't know if it was like a Super Bowl or if she was at a game, but she was like, she was there getting ready to like jump over and go run onto the field, and she was like, she jumped over it. And I think she sprained her ankle.
Oh, man.
And the minute, like, because it was like such a slow reaction for her, and she sprained her ankle and she tried to jump up and go run, somebody like automatically just came out of nowhere and tackled her.
Oh my god!
So she ain't even get to like make it on the field.
Wow.
And she had messed her ankle
and
up.
messed up your ankle.
I was like, damn. But I don't know if she put no bets or nothing on it like that. But yeah, if I'm at the stadium, hell yeah, if they got a prop bet like that,
I'm going
to the game. I'm deep in it. So yeah, I'm finna go run and jump right over that joint, man. And hey, man,
I'll bail you out.
Yeah, I'll bail my. I get out of there.
I paid a little $1,000 bill.
Yeah, I said, and even if it's 10 grand, hey man,
it's okay.
It's okay. I got it. Yeah, get my money right, man.
That's so funny.
All right, so before we go, who you got winning? Ravens or Chiefs?
I'll say Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Not because I know anything like
you just
point wise.
You had to guess a score. What's the score be?
I'm just guessing.
If you had to guess a score, what the score
what's
be?
the highest score that can what can the score be?
It can be it's in either groups of sevens, or you can put just give me a score. Don't give me nothing like no basketball score 80 to fucking.
That's what I'm
14.
thinking. So I'm like, what is it? What's the highest score you can get? Do they get like hundreds?
The highest score. Let me tell you, the highest score ever.
What was the score in the last game? What was
the
the
last game? Was I think it was 27-24, something like that.
So it don't go past 20s.
Nah, sometimes
it go
past
up to 100.
Bro, nobody's getting 100.
Oh, okay. So what does it get up to? 40?
The highest it has ever been in the NFL is 70. I think it's like 72 points.
Okay, so I'll say.
What you got? You got the Chiefs and the Ravens.
I'll say 25 to 32.
25 to 32. Some weird numbers, but Chiefs win 32. And
wait,
Ravens
is that even?
25.
You said by sevens?
I mean, 32 is.
What do you mean by sevens?
Is it possible? 32 would be hard to get, but
okay. So what is it? 30. If it's by sevens,
you want like 35. 31 is a common
35.
score. 35.
25 and 35.
You want like 25 is kind of a hard score to get.
Oh, so what is it?
You would have to be
26?
like 24, 27.
Okay, let's say 27 to what? 35.
27 to 35?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little close call.
All right. Now you got 49ers.
They ain't going to get sweep.
Yeah, sweep.
Just say, I
What
don't know.
talking about basketball? Sweep? All right.
Is that basketball?
Yes. All right.
Why? Why they call it sweep?
Bring the broom out.
Right, but I thought that's what you say when you like beat someone. You sweep them like.
Nah.
I didn't know that specifically for basketball.
It's anything that has like a game series. So anything that you got to play multiple games.
Isn't that football too?
Nah, football is one game.
But you're playing several teams to get up to Super Bowl.
We gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to explain that another time, man.
I'm confused.
I'm gonna have to explain that another time. But who you got? 49ers or Detroit? Score.
I don't know.
Who you got winning? Just pick one.
You said what? 49ers or Detroit?
Yeah, 49ers or Detroit.
What's the Detroit's name again?
Detroit Lions.
Oh, Lions.
Yeah.
Or what's the other one?
San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
Yeah. Just got to choose one. Who you got winning?
I'll say 49ers.
49ers winning. What's the score?
I don't know.
Just give me a score. Anything. What you got?
17.
Okay. It's a common score.
1738. 1738. Wait, no, you can't get that, right?
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
You putting 1738? Right? 49ers going to beat them boys like that?
That came in my brain.
All right. 49ers
I just heard Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap spoke
Detroit
through
17.
me. You heard me?
We'll see if she all right.
That was
no
for
Fetty
Fetty
Wap.
Wap. That's what he
Free
said.
Fetty Wap. You know.
He just spoke through me. Wait, but is that a possible score?
38, yeah, 38 is possible.
And 17?
Yeah, 17 is a common score.
I don't know why.
38, 17, 49ers, 38, and you got Detroit.
Totally
17.
wrong, but
We'll find out on my boy Fetty Wap note. Yeah, baby. And we out. Peace.